subscribe, like, do what you want, really. Mister Sho back here with heat number 3 of the championship tournament, trying to get down to our final 8. And today's category is other belts that maybe don't have enough different versions or iterations to have their own category. So quite an eclectic mishmash of belts that we're going to look at in this one, beginning with a personal favourite, particularly when it was in red. You know what I feel like about red leather on belts. The WWF Light Heavyweight Championship. I like the fact that the bottom plate tapers. You've got that point at the bottom. We've got decent side plates as well. And a bit of a hypocrite for me to really like this one, because it is a very platey belt. I mean, that is something you could eat your dinner off, isn't it? But I don't know why, seeing the likes of Taka Michinoku holding this and their high-flying antics in WWF's answer to WCW's Cruiserweight division really was a thrill in the day. The kind of fast-paced action we hadn't really kind of seen. So that is our winner for now. It goes on the winner's pedestal just at the edge of our picture. But what can knock it off that pedestal? Well, let's have a look and see. We go to 1997 or thereabouts, and this, Davey Boy Smith, Owen Hart fighting out to be the inaugural WWF, as it was, European Champion. We've got the red block of colour at the top, a blue globe, the nice red banner. We've also got the red on the logo parts of the side plates as well. And look at the detail there. We've got the wrestlers either side of the globe. We've got all the flags going all around that main plate. Texture on the strap. Of course, this is a Mattel Elite version, therefore the quality is better than most of the Jakks plain ones. So does it beat the Light Heavyweight Championship? I think on a number of factors, even though I really do have much love for this belt, it certainly does. Next to Mick Foley's championship present from Mr. McMahon, namely the WWF Hardcore Championship. Now, interesting one, because this is a mashup of the Jakks version of the Big Eagle, which makes no sense whatsoever, because the real belt was a mashup of the Winged Eagle Championship, which didn't exist at that point. It had been supplanted, hadn't it, by the Big Eagle. Might be a copyright issue in terms of them trying to get away from the Reggie Parks designs and owning them. Mashed side plates to be expected. We'd never seen a bashed up belt before, so it is quite a unique design. But is it better than the European Championship? Maybe if we had a bit of tape here, a bit of colour, perhaps. But there's no way that is winning the day. Sorry, Hardcore Championship. Perhaps where you belong, in the bin. Next up to this, the WWE United States Championship. Now, at the time, I remember despising this because of my love for Reggie Parks' WCW design of the belt. I remember this being coloured, of course, red, white and blue, feeling it was quite cartoony, didn't like it at all. But as it happens, you look back on this now, looking at what Austin Theory is walking around with, that very, very pointy, jaggedy pyramid. I don't know what that thing is. And actually, this version of the belt in front of you was really quite nice, wasn't it? Yes, indeed. For some reason, I see Orlando Jordan coming out of the SmackDown apron. Not apron. What's the word I'm looking for? Curtain. Coming down the aisle. I don't know why that is. Just something that's singed in my brain from watching wrestling in the early mid-2000s. So is it better, though, than the coloured version of the European Championship? No, it's probably not. Maybe if we had a Mattel version of this, it could have pipped it to the post. But sadly, not today, US title. Now, this next one is going to be a bit controversial, because you'll be saying to yourselves, ECW World Heavyweight Championship? That's a world title, isn't it? Well, is it? Is it, though? I don't think so. Nice texture on the strap. We've got, of course, red writing across the middle. It would have been nice if we'd have had a little pop of purple on the ECW logo at the top. Side plates are there. Nice enough, but just not really a great belt. Another big platey one that you could have your tea off quite happily. Sorry, ECW title, in the bin. Next up to a WWE revamp of a WCW belt. Of course, the Cruiserweight Championship was really at its peak in the WCW days, but the WWE got an incarnation of that belt adopted after the merger. I like the spikiness of it. We've got kind of Reggie Park style fans, top and bottom. We've got these side plates that kind of jut out to the sides there. That's nice. Some nice spikes on the end of that one. Decent design, quite angular, but just not really for me, and not as good as the European title. Sorry to you, cruiserweights. And finally, in this other category, we have this. Now rebranded more of late as the NXT Cruiserweight Championship. I remember this from the first time out with the Cruiserweight Classic. Wrestlers we never thought we'd see in WWE rings, really putting on a show and a masterclass as far as what the cruiserweight or lighterweight wrestling can be. Purple strap, tooling, texture. I like that X between the plates there. We've got the almost standard WWE side plates now, but jutting out and pointing to the right and to the centre plate there. Big WWE logo. Actually, I think that's quite classily done compared to this huge W they've stuck on the front of Seth Rollins' World Heavyweight Championship. I think that is done very daintily, particularly with it being done in silver and purple. I like the kind of bars that are the globe and all these kind of little inlets. Looks like a big grate, doesn't it? But the kind of grate I'd like to have on my street. And again, the mirror image, or so to speak, of the other plate. So, is this design better than the European Championship? Controversial as this may be, I'm going for the Cruiserweight Championship. Something different. We don't get many purple belts. We don't get many silver belts. And yeah, I like the fact that it's just so darn intricate. All those grooves, that would make a very nice replica belt on the shelf. Might have to look into it at some point. So there you go, winner of other WWE Cruiserweight Championship, joining Jakks' Winged Eagle and Mattel's white retro revamp of the Intercontinental Championship. Many more heats to come. Join me for those and the tournament itself. Take care. So long, everybody.